Hey,
Hello,
people.
everybody. This is Yo
Hello.
Faithful Amanda Splutz, and I'm
Kon-neo.
rolling today with Pawlino.
I'm Flavor's Neapolitan Ice Cream Dog Boy Neapolino. What's up? How's it going? I really never really do the proper intro thing.
So,
I have it in my like YouTube description. I don't know. What have I been doing lately? I've been doing like what's up YouTube? What's up VOD watchers? What's up lurkers and or something like that. Hey everyone, welcome to another
that,
episode of Let's Play Slay the Spire. Let's play PowerWash Simulator. We're playing PowerWash Simulator. I can spray you.
uh,
Oh my god, that's funny.
where are you?
I have the turbo
It's
nozzle
going a
too.
little chunky. I'll warn you, but
Yeah.
I'll
15-degree
cover the
nozzle.
whole area at once. It'll save some time.
Yeah.
So, I will warn you. It is going a little chunky. I might have to change my settings. It's not
Alright, that's fine.
the we got. I when I initially picked this, I
Mm-hmm.
was just going by what jobs were available. I didn't know how big or how small it would be.
The gnome
So hold on,
fountain.
I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly check my,
It's like a
see if I
reasonable
can change the
size.
graphics a little bit
Yeah, go ahead. I know you're on
because
a
it's going a little bit slow. I'm on a
relatively
fucking
low spec
potato, man.
PC.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm just turning everything
Yes, a
down.
potato. Uh,
Resolution 720,
I'm looking
texture
for
quality
the hidden gnome.
very low.
There's a gnome like in
Yeah,
every
he's
level.
hidden in every single level, isn't he?
Before we even start, I'm grabbing the ladder. How do I get in?
Okay, hopefully that'll help. Now I haven't even touched the ladders. Like when I was doing
Oh yeah,
the
you're being a
playground, I was
parkour
just
pro.
parkouring over everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. All
So
right, I'm in.
and and it looks like this one actually allows me to use the upgrades that I've been grinding for offline. Because
Oh,
I
nice.
got the
Yeah.
fucking streamer brain. If I didn't document it, it didn't happen. So I have to let everyone know that I've been grinding.
Yeah, we've been grinding off stream. This is like a fresh save file for me. My usual separate.
Oh yeah,
I completed the main story on my like main account, but this is
yeah.
a
Well,
fresh save file for stream.
I think I've gotten like to the bungalow,
Oh yeah, let's
but
get
like
started.
not too far. Like I haven't gotten the strong one yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, apparently the
this
like
is my method.
the highest tier spray nozzle, the trident thing, you get it before the last mission. But I didn't realize that, so I did the last mission without the trident sprayer, and it took really long. But it was okay, because like this is my chill out game. This is my second
Well, I
monitor
guess
content enjoying game. This is like the game I play when I just want to like listen to a podcast or a stream or something in the background and just chill out.
yeah. Well, for me, it was Darkest Dungeon for a little while, but then I found a lot more enjoyment doing that game on stream. As much as someone can enjoy Darkest Dungeon and
That's
not
cool.
be and have their soul fucking crushed.
That's cool. I know
But
of the
yeah,
game. I've
that
never
or
actually played it.
I've actually been playing a lot of golf too. I got a compilation of Neo Geo Pocket, really obscure console. They got Neo Turf Masters Golf on it, and I
Oh,
just
cool.
something. It used to do this back in the day too. Just something for my hands to do while my brain is consuming the talky people.
Mm-hmm.
And now I am the talky people, and you are
Yeah,
talking with
yeah,
me, and
second
I
monitor content.
appreciate
Let's
that.
go. Let's
Yeah, man.
go. Uh, talk about second monitor
So
content a
I
lot on my
think
streams, but I
I
just love
turned my
enjoying content like that. I don't know. Does that make me ADHD zoomer pilled?
probably
Highly
I don't know. Are
distracted.
you playing fucking Subway Surfers
Yeah,
at the
Subway
same
Surfers,
time?
Minecraft parkour, those like soap carving, whatever stimulation videos, the dancing fruit,
Everything is cake.
the cake cutting. Yep, yep. I don't know. I
I
don't actually
tell you,
watch
man.
most of those. I've only put them up on stream for like for the bit, of course. Not actually that
You're
big
talking
of a.
about the Minecraft parkour, man.
Oh yeah.
Everything. Everyone's playing the fucking Minecraft
I
now. Like,
know, everyone's like
I
doing
get the
streams
feeling
and
that I am
stuff.
gonna have.
Jelly's been streaming the whatever Parkour Civilization server exists, like a lot.
Like, I get the feeling I'm gonna have to invest in that shit someday. Even though like
Have you
I
played
wouldn't
Minecraft?
normally play. Nah, never. I
Never.
originally thought about picking up when I started doing this, but then I found out it's not on Steam for some fucking reason. You think every
Mm-hmm.
game in the world is on Steam, and that's one of the biggest games in the world, and
Yeah,
it's
except
not.
for the ones
I don't
that
get it.
aren't, because they hate the consumers. Even though you could argue that
Yeah, I
like
don't
Steam
know.
is also a monopoly, but it's a monopoly that people like because I don't know, people like the service, and you know it's generally pretty good. Connects you to people. Oh, I need the 0 degree nozzle
I'll,
here.
I'll blame
Some
gaming.
caked on whatever rusted stuff, tarnished metal. Neo grooming people into Minecraft. Hi Neo. Oh hello. Oh hello Cyclocus. Hello Res. Welcome to the PowerWash Simulator stream. I haven't even played this game on stream, but I put like probably 30 plus hours into it off stream. Completed the main story. It's like my chill
Yeah,
out
it's
game.
beautiful.
This is like ideal Zatsu game. This is the game to play while doing literally anything else that doesn't require your hands.
It is
Listening
for the
or
first
talking or
99%,
mm-hmm.
but when you get down to that last 0.01% and
Oh,
you're
that's when you gotta
staring
gamer
around the
focus
whole
mode.
world, yeah, looking into the fucking where
Mm-hmm.
that one last edge of dirt is, because like last night I almost burnt myself out on this game.
Oh yeah,
Doing
you were
finishing out the
doing
golf course.
the mini golf course, yeah.
Yeah, and then for some reason, even though I was just playing the game in my BGM music, I got copyright claimed, and that was the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
But
Did it
not
say
copyright
what
claim,
the
but
or the stream got like taken down or like
the stream
paused or
got
something?
blocked. It was the thing where they said if you stop the copyright content, the stream will continue.
That's so
But I don't
weird.
know what copyright content I was doing. It was
Like it's
just
got to be
my
the background music,
BGM.
right? There's like nothing else.
Oh yeah, but that's weird. I've been using the background music for like a month and it hasn't been dinged yet.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. Maybe it's a conspiracy. They're out to get you. It's
I feel like
welcome to the NHK reference.
I feel like maybe that's one of the reasons I haven't thought seriously about doing this for a job is because you're really
The
putting
volatility of it.
your financial well-being in YouTube's hands, and they can change policy so quickly.
That is, yeah, pretty crazy to consider when like was it Taiga had their YouTube channel just completely taken out due to like, well, I think it was like both mass reporting and like I don't know, YouTube upheld the content violations. Too sexual content, too much sexual content, too sexually gratifying.
Yeah, but then you look at like all the music videos that are on the platform making millions of views, and the type of sexual content. Like, I'm not against it, but I wish that moderation would be a little bit more like even, or
Yeah,
maybe
it
have a
does
little bit
feel,
more.
especially recently with like Twitch's random VTuber bans, like
Yeah, I haven't even
lowly
like.
models,
Do you
or even
stream on Twitch?
chibi
'Cause I
models. Like
haven't even.
chibi models, really, like was it Chromu? I don't really see that model as like completely lowly. It's like pretty stylized, so I find it extra weird that Twitch is like extra hard on a model like that.
It, I almost wonder if it's reactionary. Like if maybe Twitch was getting hammered for something else, some other type of content thing, and they just figured it was easier to do
I mean, they
this.
already have a
But
bunch
when
of
you
like,
got
you know, ASMR creators doing stuff and flesh streamers doing stuff, hot tub streams.
when but when fucking Iron Mouse is like your number one streamer, and you're gonna go hard on other VTubers, that's not a good look.
That is true,
Because
yeah, with
mouse
Iron
people
Mouse
are
recently hitting #1 sub count, right? Assume it's
Yeah.
just advertisers against it. Always boils down to that. That's my theory, is that it's the payment processors and the advertisers that care about it. Ooh, we don't like this content because it doesn't appeal to normies, because it's going to scare the normies away, so don't do something about it. And, you know, they probably have like actual freaking statistical analysis to prove it or something, but sucks for us.
And unfortunately, unless there's some kind of leak, you don't get to see what they're seeing on the back end.
Yeah.
So you can't tell just how accurate it is.
Yeah.
And hose down the top here.
Do a little
Yeah, because
hosing.
I guess that and spending all the money on this kind of made me shy away from doing this as a job and start doing this as more of a hobby. That and I'm primarily was gonna be doing singing content, and I get paranoid about doing the getting copyright strike for any of the karaoke tracks I might use.
Yeah. I don't know, are you into like computers and gaming outside of YouTubing? Because I feel like the pipeline
really,
for most
no.
people is they already have like a gaming capable PC or whatever, because they're into gaming and then they get into streaming on top of that.
Well, no, my path to flavor was totally ass backwards. Like, I put the marker on the character first, without even having a computer to stream or internet at home.
Oh, wow.
And then I just worked backward from there, tried to keep the community abreast of what was going on. I feel like I might have pissed a couple people off because they thought I was like grifting or looking for money or something. And I hope the fact that I've been streaming like an average of 5 to 7 times a week kind of helped make that back off. And I've been, and I think it has. I think I finally started to prove to people that I really want to do this for the content and trying to bring a type of experience that I want to get from my OCs that I don't get to watch a lot of anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. People are gonna say stuff, I think, regardless. Maybe I've mostly been able to avoid it so far, but I keep getting the feeling that eventually, you know, I will reach a point where there will be people who see me negatively, especially if I like start being more, I guess, active in the VTuber space, or like reaching out to people or like interacting with other people. I am going to reach people who aren't in like my target audience, or like don't like the kind of stuff that I do. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking
Yeah,
it.
well, it was actually the opposite for me. A couple weeks ago, I think it was a few weeks ago, I tried to do as many collabs as I could in a week, due to Mina Vanilla, who was something like completely, uh, my kind of a complete fan base opposite of mine. But she was one of the original flavors. She put out an
Mm-hmm.
invitation.
Yeah, it's really
Anyone
nice. She
who
seems really
wants
nice.
to. Oh, she's such a fucking sweetheart, man.
She was like one of the first
She
people
was
to
trying
comment
to help
on,
me out.
I don't know, my first like cover that I uploaded, I think. Don't worry, Neo, I can be your auntie. Alright, thanks,
So
focused. Yeah, you're already the first person timed out in my chat. Thanks to Bunny, who I made Janny that last stream. Congrats. You're already on the way
you
to
shout,
being the auntie.
yeah, shout out to Chase, man. He just recently started, and I got you and you and him down in Mexico, south of the border
Oh
down
yeah, Forza
Mexico,
Horizon,
while
yeah. That was a fun
driving
stream.
cars.
He's a really cool guy. Feet guy still holds that? I'll never... Oh wait, you're right, you're right, I did. I timed out that guy first. on the Forza Horizon stream, actually, the first one. Oh man. Yep, it's Jover. It's Jover. We'll never be able to claim that title anymore. It's Jover.
It's weird. I think the first person I ever timed out and hid from one of my streams was actually someone who had a profile picture of me and a fake name of me. So
Oh,
I don't know.
well,
It's
that's kind of
fucking
funny.
skinwalkers. Yeah,
Or
it's
the
weird,
skinwalking with our
like an old
funny flavor AI VTuber designs.
yeah. Although the design I picked, the Amanda Splats from that one document, I feel like it's almost an original character with how much I've changed. And because the original Amanda Splats was like a magical anime girl, except it was a roadkill armadillo.
Yeah, I remember
And
seeing that
I'm
like a
like,
long time ago. Way back
I mean, like,
when I was like looking
I love
for
anime.
unused designs and found the ice cream dog.
Yeah, and I thought it was weird that you chose Neapolitan as a dog because I thought chocolate wasn't good for dogs.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that is kind of funny. Wait, I haven't even incorporated that
Oh,
in like any way so far.
yeah, well, I
The
tried
dog
to
that
do
poisons
lore and stuff like.
himself.
Well, we all ingest things
Yeah, like
that maybe is
microplastics.
not the best for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, those microplastics are fucking
Mmm.
everywhere, man.
Microplastics in our brains, in our balls, in our
And I thought that's where
everything's.
the pee was stored.
Oh, yeah. Well, now there's microplastics mixed in too. Some weird people out there. There's some weird people out there on the internet. In I should know,
It's weird
considering how
fucking
long I
times, but
spent like seeing the the weird side of the internet. I guess. I love macroplastics. Welcome, Nicola.
yeah,
Yeah,
Nicholas
we're
Senpai, she
yeah,
was one of my
you're
big
ahead of the
inspirations
curve.
as well.
We're all on microplastics. Yeah, no, I eat macroplastics. Oh, I still have the freaking Windows accessibility thing where you press control a bunch of times and it highlights the cursor. Actually, no, wait. I think that's a Power Toys thing. Oh, it's on me for not disabling that in Power Toys. All right.
I just find it easier to use a controller whenever I can. Because, like, I
Controllers
just
are
hit the
nice.
right uh, D-pad. Well,
Mm-hmm.
most of them are nice. I got this dog shit
Actually, you know what? I can change
$27.
this right now. Let me open the freaking Power Toys thing. But
I
yeah,
got
what
this
controller you got?
$27 Xbox One generic. It's like a step above the Mad Cats, but it's doing its job.
Okay, I got like I think I got the official Xbox controller from eBay for a bit lower than it usually is, like $30-$40. But then the stick started drifting. And I told this story just before like the second Forza stream, but I like so I opened up the controller because I found a guide online that's supposed to fix the stick drift. You open up the controller and then you spray like air, like compressed air into the stick mechanism to like clean it out, and then that supposedly can fix the drift. It did not fix the stick drift for me because I'd been using this controller for like I think 2 or 3 years, playing like hundreds of hours of Brotato and stuff on that left stick. But then, so I opened it up, I sprayed air into the thing, and it didn't fix it. I closed it back up, re-screwed in all the screws, found another guide, and it said do the same thing, open it up, but then take a flathead screwdriver and pry apart this part of the stick mechanism from the rest of the stick mechanism, and just do that slightly and it'll fix it. So I tried that. I opened it back up and then I tried that and then it fixed the stick drift. So now I'm using my Xbox controller again.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
I'd be a little.
Okay,
I
yeah,
know that's how
FlaVRs.
you fix it without having to pay a ton of money, but I'd be a little terrified of anything where I had to open something up that I owned because, like, I
Well,
forget where
okay,
the
I've done it
screw
a
is.
few times and I've only messed things up a couple of times. I had to like replace the battery on my phone before I got a new phone. Like the battery was just dying. It was like randomly dying from like 50%. So I had to replace the battery. And nowadays, on like every phone, the freaking battery is glued in. You can't just like unscrew some stuff and then replace it in like the conveniently placed battery slot. No, you gotta like unscrew it, unscrew this thing to detach the main board from the thing, unscrew this thing to detach the sound speaker system, whatever, and then you reach the battery that's at the bottom of the freaking phone. And so I did that to replace the battery. Found like a kit online and then used like my screwdrivers and stuff to open it up. I did that, but when opening the phone, because you have to open the screen, you have to like use suction cups and stuff and heat to like weaken the adhesive, the glue, and then pry out the screen with like a flat thing like a guitar pick or something. So I did that, but I cut like a little too deep into the adhesive with the guitar pick, and it created like a blemish on the corner of the screen. I've since changed phones, but I had to deal with that for a bit.
It almost sounds like more trouble than it's worth.
Honestly, probably, yeah. I don't know, I guess it depends. Like, it's either that or you like pay someone else to do it. And then at that point you could also just buy a new phone. But like each different option is like another extra cost, right? Please give me access to my phone. They're usually heat shield sealed shut. Yeah, I had to use like the hair dryer to try and get the adhesive together, or to weaken it.
And wasn't there like a whole thing about like right to repair, where it's about
so
where you should be able to repair things yourself?
Yeah, there's a whole like right to repair movement thing. I hear a lot about like John Deere tractors, how they put like software locks and stuff, and then they want only officially licensed John Deere mechanics for farm workers to fix their frickin' farm equipment. And so I think a few states have been passing laws to prevent that, make it so they can't do that, so that they have to like make the repair systems and like documentation as available as possible.
I swear, man, you got Farmer John learning how to fucking hack.
Yeah, in the cyberpunk dystopia of 2024, you need to level up your hacking skill just so you can repair your tractor, so you can harvest your crops.
It's Stardew Valley 2027.
Yeah. Oh man. In current year.
I swear to God, it's crazy and it's daunting to get into. Like, I can understand why. Like, there's a lot of elderly people here in my area of the desert, and I can understand why many of them just really don't want to get involved in that shit. Like, I ask them, "Hey, what's your email address?" And they're like, "I'm 92 years old," and I'm like, that's a different question.
Mm-hmm.
But then you see, I'll fucking swear that it's gonna be so much more. It's already ingrained as part of just normal, regular human life, and it's gonna be even bigger over the next few years. Pretty much everything moves online. But,
yeah, when like COVID happened and all the restaurants switched to using like QR codes. It just makes you want to return to menus. Like like,
unfortunately,
the expectation is you have a phone. You guys don't have phones? That one segment from, was it BlizzCon, when they announced like Diablo something, Diablo 4.
Yeah. Some Diablo mobile game or something.
Yeah.
Like one of the streamers I like to, Tiffy Weavy, was talking about that. She's a fan of Diablo, but kind of. Well, we ended up she ended up playing it anyways, of course, but because there's a lot of weirdness with all these companies, but you still want to support the developers and the people who bust their ass making these games, and not just
it's rough.
Not just the big corporations. But like, where do you draw the line?
There's in a business around open source retrofitted controller hardware for John Deere tractors. The case I remember was it Kitsch and McDonald's, the Taylor ice cream machines, where Kitsch was like this company making a device meant to read the frickin' diagnostics codes from the Taylor ice cream machines, so that the employees could actually get like proper instructions. Here's what you do to fix the thing. It hasn't been done the heat cycle, whatever, to clean it. So do that, and then you fix it or whatever. And then Taylor, because their business they're actually making a ton of money by like selling the repair services, like hiring people out to be the mechanics, like the service technicians for the machines, and then making franchise owners pay their technicians to fix their ice cream machines. And so they sued Kitsch, the company making their little hacky device to actually give proper error messages to the users of the tailored machines for ice cream. This is the reason why the ice cream machine's always broken at McDonald's, is because of this.
A hell of a job if you can get it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about how doing that shit programming and everything is the way of the future, and how it's going to get rid of all the manual labor, and then AI comes in and does that for all the other programming and shit, because we got AI programming things.
It's not quite there yet. Like AI for coding is basically fancy autocomplete at this point, and I think there's a lot of undeserved hype surrounding AI at the moment. It's all very like speculative on like technology that we don't yet have and that doesn't seem to be like immediately coming.
I think that's one of the big reasons I chose Flavor over anything else, is because of its ties to AI, and how you got people like Nicola using AI and using it expertly and doing so many different things with it. Trying to be a little bit less scared of it.
I've tried it, wasn't too
Because
impressed. Oh, it says the game session is closed.
that's weird.
Did your internet
I've
cut
been.
out or something? Can
It says
I
connection
join
timed
again?
out.
Connection timed out. Hold on, I'm trying to join.
That's
Unable to
weird.
connect. Okay. Are you still in the mission?
I'm back to the title screen.
So Brave New World. Oh
Uh,
man.
and
You should be able to
continue.
continue it with like the progress kept, I think.
Yeah, bonus jobs, odd jobs. Yeah, Gnome Fountain 36%.
Cool. Okay, so you start again and then invite me.
Resume job.
I
Yeah,
tried it, wasn't too
I
impressed.
don't
Yeah.
know what it is. Cause like I'm trying to keep an eye on everything. I think maybe it's just a little hiccup or something. I don't know. This is the first time I've ever done co-op power washer. I probably should have tested it
That
first,
could just
because I
be
am
an
not the
internet
kind of
thing.
person.
I don't know, but you have the progress already, so I guess you gotta host it again.
Yep, at
Brave New World.
36%.
Hello, Sensoka.
It's loading right now. Hey, Sensoka, how you doing, bro? Okay, so pulling up
You're
a
in
tab.
Flavor Civilization.
Oh.
In 2024 Civilization. Ah man. Are you gonna watch have you seen Parkour Civilization, Amanda?
I've seen clips of it. Like, I haven't watched the whole. You should get the invite.
Yep.
There we go. I've watched little clips of it, but I haven't like watched the whole thing yet. Because I will admit, I've kind of burnt out when it comes to Minecraft
It's a little bit
content
zoomer
over the
brain
last like few
body.
years.
To me, it was like the
Yeah,
upper limit of being too I don't know, what do you call it? Fast paced, super hyper fast edited.
it's all
Oh, I have to download
skibbity
the
and
dirt.
everything. Are you in?
It's downloading
Download the
from
dirt.
your upload speed, I imagine. I jump for the beat.
It's weird. My
Nicola
upload
would jump
speed
for the
is
beef.
like 25 to 30. And I noticed I know I need to
Well, it
get
is
a good
partially
upload
taken up by streaming, right?
speed.
Working night, making them keychains. Nice. Nice.
It's a working night making those keychains. Good stuff, Sensoka. Good stuff, man. Eventually I want to get in touch with you, my man, about doing a coin with Amanda, with me on one side and San Ruby on the other. But that's going to be down the road. I understand if we got like paying customers and stuff first, because you've got fucking talent, man. You've been showing all this great stuff you do, and you got fucking talent. You deserve to get paid for it, man. And it's people like Sensoka that kind of help make me a little bit less scared of AI and shit like that. Seeing how and the craftsmanship and everything, being able to do everything so differently here, it's really kind of helped.
Yeah.
what else I was kind of helped with is that initially I had the game on full screen on my like I'm using my phone to gauge how shit it's running. But I did the old video game trick of like back in the Sega CD days, where they just put all the action in a tiny little screen in the middle, so it's not rendered so much, and it seems to be moving fine now. I'll have to remind that for tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, you're my test subject for this shit, man. I hope you don't fucking mind.
Yep. Well, good. I'm glad I
I'm
can
glad
help
you.
you stress test your streaming setup.
I appreciate it, man, because I got enough stress as it fucking is. I swear to God, man.
Oh
They
man.
brought up corporate restructuring at
Ooh.
the Salt Mines LLC a few weeks ago,
Uh-oh. Good
and
luck.
well, the good news is I went ahead and talked to my district head, and they said that it's not affecting us. Dot dot
Okay.
dot yet.
Dot 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 yet. Okay.
So, oh, have we found that little gnome bastard yet?
I haven't
That
seen him.
that little. Because when I was doing the golf course, he
Mm-hmm.
actively fucking pissed me off. He was in the hallway at the ninth hole castle, and he was blocking me from spraying everything. I had to eat his ass out, man. So I don't know if that gnome is like a Half-Life reference or what.
I know there's a gnome in Half-Life in was it episode 2, and there's a gnome in Left 4 Dead 2, where you have to like bring it to the end for an achievement. Not a good sign. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, like you have to carry it the entire game.
yeah. You have to like
I'll be clear
carry
by
it through
the
to
end
the
of the
end.
month, and a nuke one only takes about 30 minutes, so long as the art is done. Well, I'll try to generate something as soon as I can, my man. But I don't know if you saw it on my Discord. I got dinged by Microsoft. I was generating too much shit because with my computer, with my rig, there's no way I'm going to be able to run something powerful like Stable Diffusion on it. So I just use services like Microsoft Bing Copilot, where you can just do everything on the website itself. And I got dinged for generating too many images, which is weird because there's not supposed to be a fucking limit. Like what they do is they give you 15 tokens every 24 hours, I think it is, and that stuff gets generated instantly. But
Mm-hmm.
even if you run out of tokens, you can keep generating like if it's not like a peak time of day. So like you barely even notice it. So sometimes they just have to put a hard stop on it. Like, you're drawing too many pictures of like fucking
You hit the
boats
quota. You've been
with
using
wings.
our free compute resources too much, and we can't profit off of
Yep.
your user data enough to justify it.
Yep.
Amanda, you might want to get another job lined up. You know that's coming down the pipe. Says Nicola.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, all I've heard
Yeah,
about the job
probably.
market recently has been not good news. So anyone with a job in this economy should probably,
Well,
you know,
luckily, if
be
nothing
prepared.
else, I do have savings. Like,
Savings are
I
good.
haven't gotten into what salt mine quote unquote is, but
Mm-hmm.
thankfully, due to the being an essential service during the pandemic, I didn't actually lose any time or any money during the pandemic, so I was able to save a lot of that pandemic money that the government gave us.
Yeah, that's good. If you can save, you
So,
should definitely, and invest if
so,
you can in
so it's gonna,
safe investments
yeah, it's
or
gonna be
risky
a hard
investments.
landing, but I got quite a while to fall if it happens that way.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows? Maybe I'll just have to go into doing this thing full time. Maybe I will spend my last. I don't know how much. How much does a really good fucking ray trace shit kicker computer cost these days? If I want to stream like 5 instances of Silent Hill 2 at once or something.
It's kind of a good question. See, like, there's graphics performance, but probably bigger is like CPU and RAM if for like streaming specifically. Although, let's see, you got your GPU, which should have a hardware video encoder to like ease some resources off of what would be on the CPU otherwise, and then enough RAM. I am sort of figuring out that 16 is not quite enough in today's age. Although
Yeah.
not that it's not that bad when I'm like playing one game and streaming one game, but I'm worried about like anything beyond that. I think I'm realizing that like maybe my setup can't really handle 3D VTubing app with highly graphically intensive game. Probably due to RAM. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Actually, no. It's like it's more of a. Is this CPU thing? I'm not sure actually. I have 32. Yeah. See, Nicola was smarter than I was when picking out this rig. See, I assumed that in the future, software would be written better and use less resources instead of fucking everyone making everything a web app that uses hundreds of megabytes of RAM and runs in the background and fucking everything sucks.
Yeah, Sensoka's right. 16 ain't as big as it used to be. And I just got 8 running.
And it's a real
and I
fucking
thought it was
shame
good
that that it isn't, because we definitely can write software that uses resources better. We just aren't.
I mean, look at all the fan patches for games that are coming out that
Mm-hmm.
make things run better and more efficient. Like Cara Malone's been playing Silent Hill 2, and it was running okay until they had to drop in like the creatures and stuff. And ended up having to purchase mod packs for that,
Mm-hmm.
just for a basic function of the fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's great that the community is able to step up and fix all these problems, but they shouldn't have to for a product they're putting like $70 to $100 down on.
Absolutely. Yeah. Man. Man. I need to like prepare like a very impassioned rant just so I can like give this rant every time that I end up talking about fucking RAM and software performance in current year.
Yeah,
Well, I still use
that's
Vim
why I'm lucky.
base.
That's why one of the biggest reasons why I'm a retro gamer is because like I can run King of Fighters '98 or some old Nintendo game from like the late '80s, early '90s, and that's not too horribly bad. But if I try to run something like even Tabletop Simulator, even though I'm told Tabletop Simulator is kind of chunky,
Mm-hmm.
then it becomes a whole fucking thing, and the screen stops showing sometimes and turns black
I do
because it's
photography for
over
fun. Scrap
heat.
64 gigs for the gaming PC, 128 for the server PC. Glad I did now. Oh yeah, like photo editing, video editing, those are pretty legitimate uses of random access memory, I'd say.
Well, I
You know,
get to the
there's kind of
point,
a
and
limit on what you can write the software to do better in that case. For
I
me, I've
keep
been doing
bringing
a
up
bit of like audio stuff recently, and that's not too bad.
what programs do you use.
I'm using Cakewalk by BandLab. It's like a free DAW. I'm not sure if it's gonna stay free because I think they're switching to like a different model or something, but whatever. For now, it's a free digital audio workstation. And so I've been doing like some cover recording and stuff there. I'm still like a little not satisfied with my voice. It could just be the perfectionism in me. I don't know.
Yeah, I like
Or
your
it's
fucking
probably
voice,
also
man.
just, you know, skill issue
Very chill,
on my
very
part.
chill.
AI stuff uses a lot of
Yeah,
VRAM. Oh yeah, yeah. VRAM on the graphics card though. For me, I'm on what's it, a 3070 with 8 gigs, I think. And so it's like just enough for some AI stuff. I haven't been doing it as much recently.
yeah, I've just had to go with like stuff like Copilot, or I almost wanted to get a financial
Someone else's
or
PC. The
subscription to
cloud,
Novel
someone else's
AI.
PC, someone else's server. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually invited to a server where they were running a whole bunch of AI stuff for free, and you could just put your requests in there.
Oh, that's
But
neat.
then I got a little paranoid about like what they were gonna do with it or whatever.
Well, someone's paying for it, and someone's benefiting, presumably, from it.
Yep.
I really like to cover real vocals. Oh, thank you. Yeah, again, I I've been working on another cover and listening to it back, and I keep analyzing the slightest things and going skill issue, skill issue, skill issue. Ah, I need to be better. I need to be better. But maybe that's just me
I think
obsessing. Like,
we
there's to me when I look at covers on YouTube, there's like a very distinct correlation between like the quality of the singing or of the cover or whatever and the view count. So I think that's
Yeah.
why I'm obsessing a lot over, I don't know, my singing ability right now.
I think maybe we as human beings are just not wired to be able to judge our own capabilities. Because like they've done studies about this where people do get weirded out over their own voices, regardless of how good they may be.
I
I
know
do
that.
think your voice is very chill, man, and I do love popping into your streams when my schedule allows. To kind of like one
Oh,
of the
that's
best
good.
streams that I caught recently. It was you doing Friday Night Funkin', and a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
streams just ended. So by pure chance, everyone was just pouring in like it was that fucking after party, and we just had a blast.
Yeah, it was a fun game. I didn't like played it in forever, but then the update came out, so it was like, this is the time to, play the game again. And also, I haven't really played a lot of rhythm games on stream. I mean, mostly that's like because copyright usually when I play rhythm games, I like playing the custom songs that people make that are just like ripped from the internet. I guess Vocaloid stuff is usually fine, but other than that, it's like a concern. But
Well,
yeah.
like as a singer, I do get paranoid about copyright. Like that's one of the reasons why when I did my debut, I sang a cappella
Hmm.
because I didn't want my debut to get dinged.
Yeah, it
And
is kind
so
of rough.
far, I've been lucky. I've been lucky so far. The only time that I ever got a song blocked in like a country was like I did Gorillas once, but
Hmm.
everything else has been okay so far. But now I just gotta be more careful because, like I said, there's that fucking I don't know if it's a copyright troll or just YouTube being
YouTube is going
weird
to kill you for
about
wrong copyright
yeah,
infringement. Yeah.
and Twitch is gonna kill you for showing a fucking hip.
And Twitch is gonna fucking enforce the rules that were technically already there, but they never fucking enforced them before regarding like copyright on music on karaoke stuff. That's what I
It
heard.
is weird because like and that's also another thing why I get worried about making this a full time thing because like how do you fight that? And if you don't have like Markiplier
And they're like,
numbers or something, they
technically,
don't
you
have
were
an army
breaking the
involved.
rules that were already there. They already existed. Yeah,
And
I don't know. It
it's
is
like
it is
my
rough.
heart wants to put more into this, but
Like
it's that and
ideally, okay.
financial
So
reasons.
I think one good thing is that the Vocaloid community, like Japanese Vocaloid artists, they typically release their songs for non-commercial use and encourage people to make covers of their songs, and that's like normal in the whole like Vocaloid space. So that is one like
Yeah,
uh good area. One's relatively safe area. Of course, they're gonna
yeah,
take like the monetization and stuff, but they aren't gonna like strike you or anything.
yet another reason why Hatsune Miku is gonna save the fucking world, man.
Hatsune Miku domination. I believe in Vocaloid
Like
supremacy.
I tell you, man. My Mother Splats, she visited a few days ago, and she asked me if I knew who Hatsune Miku was,
That's so funny.
because I have like a nephew who's into that stuff, and I I I I, I tried to figure out like she's a really smart woman, but I didn't
Hmm.
know how to explain it to her, so I just went
Kind
with
of
my
like explaining a
represent like
VTuber to
Hatsune.
like a non-VTuber fan.
It's like Hatsune Miku is essentially the music thing in Mario Paint, except it's a woman who says a whole bunch of syllables, and you can use the syllables like the notes and everything. And I think it clicked that way.
Yeah, the whole vocal synth as a concept. Not even getting into the idea of the character being like a mascot and being the voice of the vocal synth, and then people having a whole online community surrounding the character and their own creations regarding that character. Yeah, there's a whole freaking rabbit hole to delve into.
It seems it seems like people keep rediscovering her again and again, like every few years. Like
Yeah,
something big
kind of.
pops off, and she did that. What was it,
Brazilian Miku
Coachella or
recently, I
something?
guess.
And then she was like, she did the hologram thing that Tupac did. It was it's eternal, man. You get a good product like that, you get a good, interesting character like that. Although she is kind of a blank template, like she'll sing whatever you
Hmm.
put in front of her.
Sex.
but it's a stunt.
Sings about sex. And then
Yeah,
people are like always surprised when they realize, oh, there's Vocaloid songs about sex. Yeah, there has been for like forever, for over a decade.
and there have been songs about sex for I'm pretty sure hundreds of thousands of years. Like it's fucking whole entire classical compositions based on that.
I've synthy, it's a lot of fun.
It's
I've
just a
heard the
human basic need,
covers.
man.
I've heard like people synthy covers of like other songs, or just like synthy songs in general. Yeah, I'm like really impressed by the, I don't know, the sound of it. I remember hearing it like early on in the whole recent AI boom. Everyone's all the recent AI hype, I guess. And I was like, hey, that's a pretty good synthetic voice. I used to explain it as a human voice being made into an instrument, and there's a mascot that comes with it, so even people who can't sing can make those songs. Yeah, that's a pretty
That
good
makes
summary. Yeah,
complete sense.
like 2 or 3 sentences.
Because like Mother Splash is intelligent, but she's not like. God bless her. She tries to get into the stuff that I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
So every once in a while, I try to explain it in terms like I think she'll get. Surprisingly enough, she got Tekken, the story of Tekken, right away
Oh, neat.
because she watches a lot of soap operas and like
Ah,
men, fathers and sons throwing each other into fucking volcanoes. It's like The Young and the Restless, except with slightly more violence, just slightly more violence.
heard a lot of people
Yeah,
making their
and then
Utao voice banks. Yeah, like you can just make a custom one, and then Teto started out as one, right? Trying to
I think
remember my Teto history.
didn't didn't Kiryu Coco that was like one of the things last things Kiryu Coco did too,
Oh, did she
because there was
release an
something
Utao?
about how not using your voice for unwarranted project or something. So she just put out a video of her saying all the Japanese syllables, and then
Oh, that's
people got pissed
hilarious.
off. And then she had to do a second video because all of her American fans were pissed off that she didn't
Using
do the
English
English
sounds.
too. So she had to put a second video out.
Nice. Get that whole international inclusion. And it's also important because like a lot of Japanese songs end up using English words and stuff in them anyway, and use like the English voice banks as a result.
Yeah, one of the greatest video game songs of all time. Fucking the theme from Daytona, USA is English.
Mm-hmm.
Glorious, glorious, beautiful English. Daytona, let's go. It's beautiful, man.
Daytona. Okay.
But yeah,
JP and Ian, the
I don't
only
want to say too
languages
much
that
because I don't want to
matter.
get dinged again.
Yep,
So
the
I
only
was
languages that matter to American weebs like me.
American and fucking other.
USA, USA, USA.
Although I have been trying to learn a little bit of Spanish here and there, because there are a
That's
lot
neat.
of Spanish-speaking people out here in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I can, I'm not just trying to broaden my horizon, but it is so hard to learn a language when you're an adult as opposed to learning a new one when you're younger. I really should have started like a fucking long time ago doing that.
Yeah, I think I started, well, both Spanish and Japanese in like high school. I didn't really continue on the Spanish, but I continue on Japanese myself. I just, actually, no, I entirely studied Japanese by myself just for like online stuff, through flashcards, through reading manga, and of course watching VTubers. Like the majority of my Japanese listening has been, well, a bit of anime, but like probably the majority is like VTubers at this point. Live streams are a really
Yeah,
good way of like learning languages actually, just because it's an easy way to get exposed to a lot of like listening time for that language.
well,
As long as you can
it
understand
depends.
enough to like get a foothold and then be able to like fill in some blanks and be learning something while you're listening.
Well, from what I understand, it depends on the VTuber, because aren't there some of them
Some of them
with
speak
the
really
accent?
fast, yeah.
And the accents, like really rare regional accents and stuff. I forgot there were a couple of them. I forget who.
hmm For me, watching Beatani, because she had a very large English audience, even though she was Japanese. So oftentimes she like say something in Japanese first and then try to translate into English, and that actually helped a lot for me learning actually, because like while she was learning English too. So that was a fun little cultural exchange kind of thing.
Yeah, I know that
Dual
that's one of the
language
things that
stream.
really drew me to
Beatani.
Coco,
Beatani
and
mentioned you can't go a single
when
stream without
Hollow
mentioning Beatani.
Live,
Oh
and I
yeah,
know
Kiryu
when
Coco, right?
Hollow
Bridging
Live English first came out. Um,
the ENJP divide, right?
yeah, and then when EN came out, and the fact that Kiara was able to speak Japanese as good as she was, that I know that definitely helped too. Although now there are so many fucking VTubers out there, you can't get in your own little bubble with your own little company,
Yeah,
and
absolutely. Like you can
like
just stick
because
to watching a handful of creators, and you've already got enough content for like all you need forever. Pikmin was great for using English Japanese. Ah,
yeah,
I
like
think I only watched like some clips of her and never really caught her streams, but I really like Pikami.
yeah, she's doing well though. It's like Coco
It's
is
going
like,
well.
you don't talk about past lives and shit, but they are living their
Honestly,
best
okay, the
life
whole
right now, man.
past
I
life
fucking swear.
thing seems to have faded dramatically, especially recently with a lot of like high profile people leaving large companies and then, you know, going off and doing their own thing, and everyone fucking knows at this point. Everyone knows. So it seems like the taboo is getting less and less of a thing. And the world needed her,
And
but
like,
she did.
what was that one company that just went under recently?
Is it
Um,
AN?
Iron Project or something?
AN Project?
Iron,
Yeah, yeah.
or where they were actually going to go ahead and link to the
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. It's really
incarnations.
nice of them to do that. You know, we're seeing a lot of
Yeah,
like
you
companies go under and then talents continue as indie. So, you know, it's like one more nice thing they can do is just, you know, link the fans directly to their new thing because, you know, your fans are your lifeblood.
yeah, either that or they'll do them a solid and let them keep the character. Since like if they're going out of business, fuck it, they're gonna do it to them
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, I think
Like
the
one
majority
of the
of
ones I
the
used
people
to,
from that company were like continuing as the same characters as indie. And then a few of
yeah,
them
like
were
one of the
like
ones I was
reincarnating.
watching a lot of. Omiya Emma. I
Hmm.
forget. She's a dungeon boss type, but she was in two different companies that folded, and luckily she was able to keep her character through both of them. And now she's solidly indie. So shout out to her. She got lucky. A lot of them had to just start over.
Hmm. Yeah.
So maybe hopefully that'll be part of the culture that changes.
Kind of. Well, I mean, even if they do start over, I think people tend to find out. People tend to find out.
Yeah,
Niji
like
accidentally
like
helping the community by normalizing the past life thing. Yeah, yeah, definitely. When I was like the Selen
Ne-
incident is like probably the biggest thing, and then the other like V Shoujo recent hires.
I tell you, man, Selene doesn't even try to hide it. She's been racking up fucking win
She's
after
based
win
as
after
hell.
win.
She's
Like,
winning. Yeah, she's fucking doing so
like,
well.
like, like, like my one of my favorite RPGs from back in the day was Final Fantasy IV.
Hmm.
So I knew you couldn't trademark the term dragoon because that's the real thing. It's been around for a long fucking time.
Hmm.
So when she went ahead and Doki Bird said that she's gonna call her fans dragoons, I'm like, they can't do
So
anything
fucking
about.
based. She's on a warpath. She's gonna take back what's hers.
I mean, I feel so bad
She
about the
already
people
has
who are
actually. She's
still
like way
there.
bigger than she was under Niji, right? At this point.
It's the Streisand effect, man.
It was absolutely, yeah. Like the whole controversy just skyrocketed her in popularity. It's
Like
insane.
when the antis were slamming Coco, and they accidentally or they unknowingly let everyone know who her past life was, and when she ended up announcing her graduation, her past life, I believe, overnight went from 100,000 followers to 600,000.
Hmm.
So, like, way to make sure she has a life outside of Hollow Life, jackass.
Yeah. Yeah, good for her. Way. Nesticles for life.
That's oh Jesus. I'm old enough to remember when Nesticle was a Nintendo emulator. That's a fucking hag I am. Everyone's talking about hag love and everything. I'm like a legitimate fucking hag, and I don't feel it.
Heck yeah.
Like I'm old enough. Like I'm old. Like when I recently collabed with Lulu talking about PS1 games
Hmm.
and talking about how PS1 games are considered retro. Like I know it's true, but it still makes me feel old as fucking dirt to think about it. Like
Yeah.
I consider Nintendo retro, man.
Thing I grew up with
They're
is retro now.
yeah, there are fetuses out there who consider GameCube games retro. That just makes me sad.
I know. I think what makes me feel old is hearing about the, kids raised on touchscreens who have no idea how to actually use a freaking keyboard and mouse. Who see a monitor and like, why do I have to use these things to control it? Why can't I just touch the thing? And like, there was a Pirate Software short where he was talking about like he was demoing a game at some games conference, and then when the kids came up to the screen, they didn't know what the fucking controller was, and they tried to touch the screen. What's a folder? Yeah, that's my dad trying to use the freaking computer.
Yeah, speaking of
It's like a
game
bell
development,
curve,
man,
right? It's like it's a by something distribution, or there's like two sides of the curve, and then like both ends have no idea how to use a computer with like really old people and then really young kids.
yeah, man. But speaking of game development, you've been working on something, haven't you, man?
Oh yeah, I'm only in my 40s, but I got killed older than a lot of my favorite YouTubers. Yeah. What do I have to say?
Because
I've been doing a little bit off stream, but I've kind of been a bit less focused on it at the moment. I think I was gonna
well,
planning on doing like a big sort of visual mechanical overhaul, but it's still kind of in the planning stage, and that I think that's a problem. I haven't spent enough time actually like planning it out at this point. And
I
by
bring
big
it up
overhaul, it's
because
probably not gonna be that uh
uh,
huge. I don't know yet. We'll see. Maybe someday. Teehee. Teehee.
well, I
No
bring it up
Ishinsey.
because I
Shaders.
was doing a bunch of Steam demos recently
Maybe
because
a bit of
Next
shaders, yeah.
Festival's going on,
Oh yeah.
and I noticed a few of them, a couple interesting ones I really like, were using something called the Godot engine, and
Oh
I had
yeah.
not heard of past you using it because isn't that what you use?
Yeah, yeah. So like I don't know, a year or so back, probably over a year by now. There was a whole Unity runtime fee controversy where they're going to like charge game
Oh,
developers per
and I
game
remember
install,
that.
and they like changed the terms of the deal to use the engine, and people freaked out, and everyone's like getting really pissed at Unity. And a couple of game developers, including was it Megacrit, the makers of Slay the Spire, they switched their engine from Unity to Godot after hearing that news, and so they like straight up ported the game that they were working on to Godot from Unity. And so I think
Now, what's
around
the good
then
thing
was when
about
I heard
Godot?
about it, and there's been like a decent amount of pickup of it. One game I really like, Rotato, I know uses Godot, and that was a pretty successful game. But yeah.
See, I think the one that stuck out to me was this demo I played called Poke All Toads. It's a very
Mm-hmm.
cute little, almost Lemmings type puzzle game where you're running around poking toads, causing mischief, and each of the little fairies can do different things. And it was cute, but when I tried to full screen it or stream it, I noticed it just said Godot engine. It didn't actually say the name of the game. So I'm guessing it must be pretty popular these days.
Yeah, I'd imagine so, because if I feel like for the needs of most game developers that aren't trying to do anything like absurd, just have like some environments, some enemies, some levels, and some like interactable things, and aren't like super concerned about I need to have uh, 1,000 interactable things updating in real time or whatever. Like for most cases, Godot is like perfectly fine. You don't have to do anything fancy.
It was,
When you get like into more complicated stuff, then you have to do some optimizing, and it's a little harder to get running well, I'd say, compared to like the other game engines, Unreal, Unity, the commercial ones.
It was a very simple puzzle game, so it wasn't anything crazy. But I just thought of that, and then there was the whole thing, and it just I there's so many great talents in Flavor, man, and so many varied interests. Some like Sensoga, who's lurking in my chat too. Thank you, man. Doing all that great shit with the with the coins and everything, and the processing. It just blows my mind just how diverse the fandom is, man, and how many different amazing parts there are to it.
Yeah, it's really cool. Small niche internet communities, and then you have people with like unique skill sets, backgrounds. Never got into the big engines. I've only ever tried Love 2D, SFML, Raylib. I know of was it Love 2D because of Balatro was made in it, and so it's like written in Lua, and the whole game source code is there. And then people found out that he used a massive like 1,000+ line if statement or switch case or something for all of the Joker logic in that game. And it works, and it's also moddable. And so I see a lot of arguments for using more lightweight frameworks, like not really full engines, and it's like probably a good thing for learning.
Yeah,
Like
because
on the other hand, you do have to like re-implement a lot of stuff that you'd probably have to do if you were using a ready-made game engine, but like you'd have to learn how to use it. It's including a bunch of stuff that you don't necessarily need, and then like it wouldn't be code that you wrote and you completely understand and that you know how to modify. So that's the argument I usually hear for like smaller libraries or frameworks over game engines. Haven't really tried it out myself yet. Maybe I will. I've been playing a bit with Bevy, because the Bevy engine for Rust, because that is part of the game I'm working on for like the performance heavy stuff. And it seems like relatively what's the word? Bare bones maybe. Bare bones for better or for worse. Like the biggest thing it gives you is the ECS, Entity Component System, which lets you do things multi-threaded and very performant. But then like it sort of seems like you have to do a lot of other stuff yourself. And like the whole libraries and systems it exposes is relatively simple compared to like, I don't know, the more proper game engines that have all this stuff bundled in that you might not necessarily use. Get so lost trying to figure out how to do anything useful, and there's so many things to look through. That's kind of just massive code bases. That's like a natural consequence of code bases being big, is that, you know, it's a lot to read and understand, and, you know, even in the professional sphere, you're not really expected to be able to, you know, read the entire code base and know everything about it in like a day or two. It's gonna take a while, right?
yeah, like with any product, like even with OBS, it took me a while to figure out how to do it. I had to do a couple of offline test streams just to get that going.
Yeah, even just using the software, let alone writing it, right? Right. I'm surprised Microsoft hasn't tried to put out Minecraft as a game engine, but that may be a little too pro community for them. It could be cool. I mean, it's in Java and you can like decompile it, so like technically, well, technically, but not legally. Well, I mean, modding is a pretty big thing, so it's kind of, it's like it's kind of there.
Well, aren't there like two versions of it? I never understood.
Right, there's Java and Bedrock, right? Because they rewrote.
What's the difference?
For like performance reasons and for like cross-platform reasons. Actually, Java's already like generally cross-platform, so it's more for like performance reasons and to get on like consoles and stuff. They wrote the Bedrock version of Minecraft, but for like legacy purposes and supporting mods, the Java version still exists and is like maintained alongside Bedrock. It's kind of funny, and there's still like some bugs I think that are Bedrock specific that I hear about.
So what's the one that all the VTubers are using, like when they do collabs and stuff? Like, if I eventually had to force myself to buy Minecraft, what version should I get?
Okay, so when you buy Minecraft, you get access to both versions, to Java and Bedrock, because you know it's the two versions of the same game. But
That's cool.
then, what was it? I get the feeling that most people, when they're playing Minecraft, they're playing Java, just because that's like the historically accepted version with like mod support, with like, uh, you know, dedicated servers and stuff. So I generally Java is going to be the standard, I think.
Yeah, because I don't know if anyone has started like a flavor Minecraft server or something. I don't know who would be paying to host that.
Yeah, I
Because
know
don't you need to pay to
Salty
host
Kitschy
servers?
is a VTuber who's like somewhat associated with Flavor. There's a lot of like
Yeah,
Flavor people playing,
one of
and he
the
has like a Minecraft
underperformers,
server.
right?
What was that?
It's she's one of the underperformers. It's like
Yeah, yeah,
her,
yeah, in that group.
Kemp,
Yeah,
Nicola,
he's like
and
collabed
Sora, right?
a bit. As far as I'm concerned,
They
Java's
collab
the
all the
real
time.
Minecraft. So Microsoft also, so Microsoft could break compatibility with Linux. Oh, is that one thing that's happened with Bedrock? Java's a fun gameplay mods, but also performance mods. I know there's an open source knockoff of Minecraft, had a few mods ported over, not sure how well it's done. Oh, that's neat. It's like I guess Doom's already open source. I was thinking of like Free Doom, where it's like an asset pack for the Doom engine, which is already open source. But like, yeah, I mean, Minecraft itself was based off of like other games that existed. So, and I see a lot of people like doing devlogs and stuff. I made a voxel engine, and it performs a bajillion times better than Minecraft because I put this fancy optimization for meshes, and the game does nothing else but render the voxel stuff yet. But it's in development.
So what's a voxel then?
Voxel is a 3D pixel. Uh, in 3D space, it's a cube basically, but like on aligned to a grid, and that's what Minecraft is based on. So then, like a voxel game engine is like similar to
It's like a
Minecraft.
vox. It's like a vox pixel. I get it.
Yeah, volumetric
Took me in,
or something.
it took me entirely too long to fucking get it, but that's me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, pixel is picture element. So I know there's a bunch of Flavor people playing on a server. I think that's Salty's server. Do.
Oh, well, there's one I know that Cara Nicola have been playing like every single Tuesday for a while. I think there was one that she was doing. I'm not sure.
I'm tempted to see how well my server PC would handle a Factorio server. Haven't played Factorio. I just know that it's like that game that addicts people.
Yeah, I've not watched. I've watched Satisfactory. I think I watched Susie Blue play Satisfactory recently. I don't know if that's the same thing or not. It all just looks like Sim City to me.
Oh, hello, Kenneth Parks 89. I would always rather start from nothing than use a framework or someone else's work of work, just because it's quicker for me to reinvent the wheel than try to figure out the other devs' insanity. Double-edged sword, though. Yeah, I'd say if you're like super used to like writing all that stuff, then yeah, I can imagine it would be quicker, and then you have like full knowledge of the code base and everything. But like for the most people, I would imagine using even like a lightweight library would be a lot of would save a lot of headache, probably. 2D is a pixel, 3D is a voxel. Would 4D be a hypervoxel? Oh my god, hypercubes, everything's a hyper 4D. Oh man, I remember reading like Wikipedia articles and stuff on the fourth dimension and stuff as a kid, and trying to understand it and trying to visualize it, and like, okay, so it's like if we have 3 dimensions, but then it's like if there's another direction that you could go that was perpendicular to all the other directions, and so you can like visualize it as like a timeline or something that you can scrub through or something.
Yeah, I was always led to believe that the fourth dimension is time.
That is one explanation. Like, if you think about it in terms of a dimension is just like a piece of data, it's like a number, right? Then you could define like a fourth dimension to be really anything, like say color or something, right? You assign a color to every point in 3D space, that's a fourth dimension. That's like another piece of data to visualize. And so typically when you're talking about like fourth dimension, I don't know, in the way I'm describing it, it's you're thinking of like a fourth spatial dimension. But like that's just it's sort of like another piece of data, I guess.
Yeah.
Factor was originally pitched as an add-on for Industrial Craft 2 and Minecraft mod. It's also run so dang well for everything it's got running at once, even my sister's PC can handle it. Yeah, that's good coding. That's like writing Chris Sawyer, I think, writing Roller Coaster Tycoon in assembly and then having it run with like thousands of peeps in the park and running well on the computers at the time. Tixel Toxel.
Yeah,
What's a
it's like
voxel?
I think PowerWash Simulator must be really well optimized because there's no way I could stream it as well as I do on my fucking potato because it is a 3D game. But it even runs quite well once I got the right settings going.
Yeah, it seems pretty well optimized. Is it Unreal or is it Unity? It might have been Unity, I think.
Well, I think it may
Or
be.
Unreal.
I wonder if it's because like it's not an open world game. It's just one small area that you're working on. Maybe that helps with you. I don't know about this stuff. Like
Probably, yeah, there's less like
all these
stuff to stream
people,
in.
yeah,
Less moving
because
parts.
that's what would, as far as Silent Hill 2 goes, bring that up again. That's the part that was making Kara's
Yeah.
computer shit itself was trying to load in all the enemy textures at once.
Yeah, and all the dirt and
And
stuff can
that's
be
the model
handled with
about.
fancy graphics card stuff to run really well.
Yeah, if my fucking potato can run a 3D game, then chef's kiss. Because, like I said, I tried Tabletop Simulator once, and it just fucking exploded almost to the point where I don't know if it was before or after that. But this is how dumb I am with fucking computers. My laptop would come on, but it just got a big black screen. But I know it was coming on because I could turn on the caps key and everything. So there was a point where I just had left it on for like 4 or 5 days if I knew I had a stream coming. And since they don't do fucking screensavers anymore, I just put on like a 12-hour video of a Yule log or something, just to make sure it doesn't go to sleep because that's how paranoid because I'm fucking stupid with computers. Turns out, like, it just might be a problem with the fact that I was leaving my controller and mouse and everything plugged in. So, I don't know, man. There's so much experimentation. But I'm paranoid to take this thing in and have it looked at because everything is under the name of Amanda Splats. Like, for security purposes, like, if anyone sees the screen or data or anything, they're
I
gonna
guess it
see the
depends
name
on like
Amanda
who
Splats.
you're showing
Like,
it to and how much you care that they find out about the name Amanda Splats. I don't know.
like worst comes to worst, I'll change the name to like System Director or something. But then they're gonna wonder why I have like 200 pictures of this bony, pale, silver-haired bitch on my desktop. I don't know.
know.
They're professionals. I don't think they'll ask questions.
Yeah, I
just
probably
I,
wouldn't worry
I,
too
I
much
know
about
it's
it, but I guess it depends on who you're going to.
Who
Do you
knows?
like when
Maybe
game devs make an
I'll
effort
get a
to
new
make their
fan
games
out of
playable
it.
on lower end hardware? Yeah, that's optimization. I mean, like, in theory, it's a part of every game dev's job is to make the game run well, right? But then sometimes you just don't have the time to put that much effort into it, right? Or you're limited on
There is
resources, you're
crunch,
limited
man.
on
The horrible, horrible crunch.
manpower. Yeah, you're limited on time, especially. Yeah. Just load up Tabletop Sim and notice the
I mean,
background's
thank God.
blurred. If that's a Gaussian blur shader, that could be unnecessary performance taking. Oh, right. If there's a setting for that, yeah, definitely look for like blur settings because those can be surprisingly performance intensive.
Well, I know to turn off shadows. That's what I did before Arcaland, and that seems to be helping out. Blur, like they know I wanted one of my real homies in the desert court, he tried to get me a potato mod for Street Fighter 6 because he knew I'd have a couple of new favorite characters in that game, and just it just kind of blows my mind how the community can rally around and make all these fucking fixes and correct things that even the developers hadn't thought about.
Yeah, yeah, mods making the game better than it would be without modders doing like 10 times the work of the actual developers and like adding new mobs to Minecraft or whatever. There are professionals that are going to steer clear of your meter folders. I'd hope so, yeah. Yeah, hopefully. Come up in another VTuber stream, there's totally a market for VTuber tech support. Oh, right.
VTuber
Forgot who,
tips.
but I remember seeing like the clips or the posts or whatever about that. Or just like
Thank God
a business. Was it a Giga clip? I've been watching a lot of like Giga's clips, and it sounds like it could be a Giga thing talking about like there's a lot of YouTubers who probably need like stream support set up for like specific stuff to streaming in general. So like there's probably a market for tech support for stuff like that.
Didn't Amelia Watson do a lot of that for EN supposedly?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, I tell you, man, I didn't watch a ton of Amelia, but she got the best possible ending when it went to graduating, because not only is she still going to be around, occasionally streaming time to time, but she gets to stay in the company. They don't have to fucking disappear.
Yeah, that too. It was like really funny seeing that, and then I was thinking like, that's a really good idea. They really should have been doing this a long time ago, and it's really funny that it's like so unprecedented in the VTuber scene for, I don't know, Amelia's style of quote unquote graduation, well, quote unquote not graduation to happen, right? It's like, oh my god, they're not streaming anymore, but they're still affiliated with Hololive, and they can still come back for special events and stuff. Oh my god, this has never happened before in the VTubing scene. It's kind of crazy that it hasn't happened before.
Well, allegedly they said that Coco come back whenever she wanted. Like, it's not impossible to talk about her, but they haven't brought her up at all. Like, the only time I've even seen her used is in Idol Showdown.
I feel like Coco just kind of wants to do her own thing.
Yeah, she is literally living her fucking dream, and
she's free. Like, she's free.
Like on a completely 100% unrelated note, I don't know what I'm thinking about this when talking about Coco, but Kason on air, she recently, with Like a Dragon 7, she actually got put in the game that she loved growing up. So she's literally living her dream.
Living the dream. She made it into the thing that
she gets to be in her favorite character's canon.
Yeah.
that blew my mind. And the great thing is she makes the life money because she not only does her English voice, or does the Japanese voice.
Yeah, and she dubs both voices.
She also does her voice in the English dub, yeah.
So base.
So she's getting it on both sides, man. It's great. I feel like... I don't know if this is a fucking hot take or not, but I feel like after like kind of restructuring, a couple of people left, a couple people joined, I think Vishojo is probably in one of the better places that they've ever been, man. Especially with the more recent hires.
Yeah, they seem to be doing well. I just don't watch Twitch enough, so I don't follow as many of them, just because they're like pretty much all streaming on Twitch. Which I kind of wanted to do. I was thinking more about like dual streaming, multi-streaming. Probably a good idea just to like get more eyes potentially to see the stream, to like discover the stream, right? And I think, judging how I can read both my chat and Amanda's chat right now, which, oh sorry, we've been missing like 2 of Nicola's messages. I think I could do it. I think I could read 2 stream chats at once, although ideally I can just like use a thing to combine the chats. I know Kara does that.
Yeah, anyway. Kara's been dual casting since day one, and like Mother Tiffy, Tiffy Weefy, the one that I've looked up to, she does that as well. So I know the options are there, but I feel like maybe it's my fucking ag brain, but I'm a little confused by streaming on Twitch. Because
What
like
about
the
it?
whole bits and dropping bits and weird monetization and everything,
Oh, all the like
hype train and everything.
interactive stuff and like
Yeah,
subscriptions and bits. So bits are just donations, and then subscriptions
and
are your like
and
your
the
monthly
voices
memberships, like on
and
YouTube. And follows equals YouTube
those.
subscribers. So translating, Twitch follow equals YouTube subscription. Twitch subscription equals YouTube membership. Twitch bits equals YouTube super chat. That's pretty much it, right? And it's all like gamified.
And
There's
what
stuff
is
like hype
the
trains. There's stuff like I don't know. There's channel points where you can like redeem to do a thing, play a funny sound or whatever. There's a lot more interaction and stuff. And so for me, like, I like the experience watching it live, but it gets a little annoying watching like a VOD because you know it's not live and it's not like random people interacting right then.
well, I'm actually more focused on the VODs and stuff because with my fucking wagey hours, I stream at weird times sometimes. Like there was regularly a point where I was streaming at 5 a.m. every week just so I could get a stream in before I go swimming at the public pool. So I am more into VODs, and I was just wondering on Twitch, they don't keep VODs, do they? Like, there's something you have to do
Right,
if
right.
you
So
want to
first you have
keep
to
VODs.
enable keeping the VODs in your settings, and then I think at the base level it's like 7 days, and then when you reach like Twitch partner, they'll keep the VODs for 60 days. Otherwise, you have to, if you want to keep the VODs forever, you gotta like manually re-upload that to YouTube, which is some people like having their VODs disappear, I think. But if you want to keep
I
them,
think
I see a lot of Twitch streamers who re-upload VODs to YouTube.
I
Game dev
think
streams.
if
Multi-stream would be a good idea. There's a really helpful and kind game dev community on Twitch. I noticed that, like the whole software game development category on Twitch seems to be like pretty lively, alive, and doing well. So yeah, that is a good point. Yeah.
Well,
There you
if
go,
I were
reason.
to do I would only do dual casting because me talking about lost media and everything. I do like that kind of quote unquote permanent archive on YouTube just in case like a game that you played 3 years ago really pops off for some reason
Mm-hmm.
and people end up finding it because they're looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like the option of like, and what if something happens to the streamer, like they get run over like by a fucking truck or something? So I would definitely, I would not solely stream on Twitch, but I would be interested in dual casting. So at least that VOD is there just in
Yeah,
case.
yeah. There's another benefit of dual casting. You automatically get the YouTube VOD forever. What's it called on Kick? And then PewDiePie style retirement. All right, him and like, was it Germa did like the soft retirement thing. What is it called in Kick? I know Pippa streamed like a few times on Kick just for like media watch-alongs.
I believe in my life I've caught exactly one kid stream, and that was Mother Tiffy giving it a shot trying to play a more spicy type of game that wouldn't be okay on Twitch.
Oh
After that,
yeah.
I didn't touch the fucking thing.
Yeah, save Kick for the those kinds of streams. The spicier streams.
Okay, we're
The
up to
TOS breaking
99%.
streams on other platforms.
99%. So let's see what's left. Lower Basin Bowl hasn't been finished. Not sure what else. Raised pool floor, upper basin edge.
I've switched to
I
a
gotta
0-degree
be very
nozzle.
careful. Yeah, just to get the little tiny
I'm
particulars.
gaming. I'm gaming. I'm power washing. I'm frantically waggling my mouse like a freaking Wii remote in the Wii Sports Resort sword fighting minigame.
Now the Wii, man, that's a console that passed me by because I believe at that time I had already started with oops, sorry, trying to get more games on PC. But I know that had a lot of great stuff on it because they had finally not perfected, but worked on the motion controls they were trying to do during the whole Power Glove era back in the NES days. And but I know wasn't there a whole ton of shovelware on there too? It's like licensed games and minigame compilation crap.
I do kind of remember a lot of, I don't know, lower tier games available on the Wii, but there are also some really really great first party like Nintendo games and stuff.
Yeah, like what was it? Super Mario Maker, I think it was one of the latter day
I think that was
entries.
started on the Wii U or on the 3DS, I think. Actually, I don't remember it on Wii. Really surprised. Wii game seems like the sort of thing Amanda would be really into.
Yeah, like I don't even have a capture card, but if I did, I might be interested in giving it a shot, see if I can find one at a pawn shop or something. Actually, if I have a capture card, it would be so great because I've got
And you
one of
can do
those
like the
plug
dual
and
PC
plays.
streaming setup.
Yeah, I've got a
In
plug and
theory.
play that is a Neo Geo. You know
One of
the old Neo
those. I
Geo
remember
arcade with that
having like one
olive.
of the 100 something, like 500 games in one. Those like knockoff consoles for like that just play NES games and stuff.
But actually, this is a legitimate one made by Neo Geo themselves.
Ooh,
So if I could just get a nice, good capture card, I could just plug it in and like stream like 40 different games,
nice. You'd
and
be
not
the
have to be
original
paranoid
hardware
about.
player
Yeah, man.
for that. If I got a capture card, I guess I
Because
could play my Nintendo 64 if I can one resurrect it. I think it still works last I checked, but that was like a few years ago, so no guarantees on it actually working. Oh, and then I need
yeah,
composite. I need like a composite converter. Oh, that might be rough.
then I get all paranoid about like getting dinged for that also. Because even though if I do run it on legit, because there are a couple of VTubers I watch, like Lazy Susan, who do legitimate console streams where they actually plug it in too. And I don't know. I guess I get too paranoid about what YouTube might do because YouTube's gonna do what YouTube's gonna do either way. But like if I look at it as being a hobby, then I don't have to worry about putting my whole life into it, putting my whole all the eggs in that one basket.
Yeah, definitely don't feel obligated to like spend money that you're not comfortable spending, unless it's something you like really want. The way I think of it is like, would I have spent this money either way if I wasn't doing content creation?
Right. And that is exactly what Pippa was talking about during that one stream where I was given the tools to be able to do VTubing on a budget. She said exactly that. Don't spend money on something you wouldn't use. Now buying the internet, getting high speed internet and everything, that is literally something I use for working from home. So I would have used it either way. So there's that.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. I would have
But
had this
then
PC for gaming either way, so
yeah, well, when I found out that after like 15 years they were finally putting Marvel vs. Capcom 2 back on consoles and you could buy them, I was gonna buy a computer anyways because they're the fucking history behind the copyrights for that game and everything. Uh, how we're able to buy it legally for like 15 years and only recently that stuff got straightened out. You don't want to lose it again. Oh crap! What's left?
oh man, the lower basin bowl.
Um,
I'm like spraying it. Oh, I guess the edge too. The lower basin edge. Oh, there's like one edge that I got.
Lower
There's
basin
something else.
bowl, upper basin edge.
Yeah, a bunch of basin edges or edging right now. I am cleaning this edge. All right, we just edged successfully. All right.
That's beautiful, man. But as far as like high performance, low performance, and everything, I've also been looking at games that I love, games that I can stream that are relatively low performance. Like San Ruby's been doing Darkest Dungeon every Sunday, and that's been a lot of agonizing, painful, fear-inducing fun.
Yeah, that's good.
And I've
Indie
been.
games. Indie
It's one of
games.
the greatest narrate. It's one of the greatest narrators ever as well. Like I'm fucking walking around my house when no one's around, talking about another one falls, or is this just a trick of the Lord? And I've been looking for like an AI voice of the ancestor, just so I can have him say some dumb shit.
Nice. Lower basin
I
wall.
checked
That's
out.
these walls. Oh, it's this wall. There we go. Lower pool floor. 5 out of 8. That's these outside pool floors.
I think the upper basin edge is the only solo thing we don't have, but we got a parkour up there.
Time
I
to
don't think you can just
parkour.
jump up there. You got to actually use the ladder for this.
Yep, time to level up from parkour noob to parkour pro in PowerWash Civilization.
We're going for the beef this time, motherfucker.
Jumping for the beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I actually tried it out in Minecraft, I realized that a 1 block vertical jump is actually super freaking easy. So, you know what? I would be jumping for the beef just for the taste of it.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
Got to make those smart decisions
I
in
want
life.
that beef, not just that
But-
chicken.
But is Minecraft really that chunky, or can that like vanilla Minecraft run on like smaller things?
That's a good question. Like, it definitely was in past versions. I have no idea how it is in the current version. Like vanilla Minecraft on a low spec PC. And get me the dialogue
There
auto
we
of his
go,
voice
there's
ripped.
the
I could train a
object.
model on it. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can give
Well,
Nicola
it-
your
it-
AI voice requests.
Well, Nicola, Nicola, if you're listening, if you, I'll look for the video after the stream. But if you Google "darkest dungeon ancestor voice lines," I think there's like a 51-minute video of all his voice lines from everything except the Color Out of Space DLC. But I'll look to it after the stream.
That sounds like a
Right, 'cause I
character
think
that
we're
probably
almost
someone
done.
else would have already made a voice of too, if you can maybe find it. But probably not too hard to train it yourself, given the right hardware.
I think we've done everything except one of. Oh, this the type of shit that pissed me off last night. We've done
Outer
15
walls,
of the
outer wall
16 upper basin walls. Now I got to find the one that we missed.
Yep. I'm doing the outer walls right now. I'm searching. Oh, found one that's dirty. Alright. What was I saying?
Yeah.
It's definitely like on a
It's
tangent.
like
I had like a tangent ready in my head and now it's gone. I'm lost.
Oh, that's how you do it, man. It was talking about, I believe it was Sensoka saying yesterday, how that's how the best Zatsus are when you got nothing that you're thinking of. And I was really fucked up last night. I was sinuses and shit happening at work and everything. And
Mhm.
when I got the ban or the block, whatever, I just fucking let loose. And it's great because since the stream was blocked because of the bullshit copyright, no one heard me go crazy. So now it's like, do I release the full video? Do I let everyone see me get angry?
Teehee. You should
You want
save
the
it and
full
then clip
splat?
it for later if it's a good rant kind of angry.
Yeah, because luckily, well, my aunts is just me saying fucking shit a lot. But then a lot of my streams are just me saying fucking shit a lot. So at least it's on brand.
Swear! Oh no! VTuber said no, dirty word. Ooh.
Well, I legitimately got paranoid about it because like my original content and including singing was going to be gambling, and I didn't know if like YouTube, well, like casino
You can
games
parkour
and
up here.
stuff, but I didn't know if YouTube was going to ding me for that.
Yeah.
So I believe my first few VODs were initially set to adults only, and that absolutely fucked up my.
Yeah, probably
Oh,
best to
you've
keep
done
it to like virtual gambling, right? Oh, except was it Poker Night at the Inventory got delisted from Steam due to like the licensing expiring or whatever. I think I
How
still have
about
it
you,
though.
man?
Yeah, we
You
did
found
it.
that shit
We
so
speed
fast.
ran. We speed ran. I'm just
Yeah,
I played a lot of PowerWash Simulator in my time, just not on
there you
stream.
go.
Kick
Go
allows
ahead
gamble.
and
Oh
pull up.
yeah, you could you could stream your gambling on Kick. Let's go. Flavor Bars
That's
as a whole
another
make you wanna.
system I have to create a fucking profile for and have to update regularly. So
Ugh.
the warden says, looking at this player's condition, I can't help but think we've got ourselves a real monster at this time. Fill it with the fresh water,
Yeah, time
plug in a
lapse.
few. Yeah, the time lapse is the most satisfying part because you're stuck for like 6, 7, 8 hours, and then you see your little fella bust hauling ass around it in like 10 seconds. That's fucking great.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
D, thank you for this, man. I'm gonna.
Yeah, sure.
This is actually perfect. I was thinking between 1 to 2 hours because I want to do marathon streams like 7, 8 hours like people do, but then my health starts going at like 4 and I have to cut it. So
Yeah,
you'll
no,
notice I
don't force
so
yourself, I'd
that
say. Like, it definitely, like, if it's like a health concern or you're just too busy, then, don't worry about it. Just
yeah. Cause,
do what you can.
so I think though that's my groove. I found like 6 to 7 streams a week, but they're 1 to 2 hours. Like when I do karaoke, I barely go over an hour for that. So it's just a whole bunch of experimentation, a whole bunch of trying to
Yeah.
figure out what works and what doesn't. And I'm honored that I got senpais like you to kind of help out with that, help give out advice, and follow your example, man.
Sure, no
I
problem.
appreciate you for
Oh,
coming
God.
out here tonight.
I'd completely forgotten about the senpai thing. Uh, just
Yeah,
a funny anime
I
thing.
if you want me to stop, like the joke was initially just about me, a fucking hag with the fucking Tom Waits voice, calling someone senpai or cowhide,
Senpai.
and I think it just kind of stuck.
Senpai! Senpai! No, you gotta go harder into the bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lean too hard, my fucking throat will go out. I got to be careful about that. But
Yeah.
that is PowerWash Simulator, man. We'll be doing it again tomorrow with Tim Neo. I look forward to the games you're cooking, man. I look forward to
Yeah, sure.
your chill
It
voice.
might
Weren't you
be a
talking
while,
about
but
doing ASMR?
ASMR. Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay, there
like
is
like
one thing
those
that I keep
beta
thinking
people
about.
in there.
I did enable the I think gift suggestions on when I set up my throne. Well, first I set
Okay,
up
yeah.
throne and never really advertised it to anyone. I just sort of had the links there. But I did enable the like gift suggestions so I know that like in theory someone could put the freaking ASMR mic on there. I don't know what I'd use it for, but it's a theoretical possibility.
Now, now, do you have to pay taxes on gifts you get on Throne, or
Um
because with stuff
that's a
like
good
Throne
question.
and Kofi and stuff,
That's a good
I get
question.
paranoid about having to pay taxes on it.
But I think it does sound like you would have to pay taxes judging from I know my
Yeah,
understanding
'cause
of it. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a tax accountant. I'm not a whatever.
well, I'm sure the websites have FAQs about that. I'm sure I can't be the only
Yeah, it's
person who
probably
asks
in
about
listed
that.
there. But yeah.
Because I walk that line between not wanting to like look like a grifter, have people pay for shit, but I also have other things as a single working adult with a full time job that I got to put that money towards first. So it is that whole balancing act of how much I'm willing to sink into it, and I think that's why initially I said I was going to give this 6 months to see if I want to continue doing it and how
Hmm.
much I want to sink into it.
Yeah, I think my
So
philosophy
just
with
just
it
a lot
is
of
like
sink in, a lot.
I've been doing this a while and as a streamer you're providing a service, entertainment, and you're not forcing anyone to pay for it, really. It's just it's e-baking. You're hoping that someone
Right.
feels like donating, but you don't have to. I mean, you probably shouldn't be too forceful with it, otherwise people will think you're weird. Otherwise, you'll be the one streamer who got clipped with the $5. We have so many people here. If you don't have $5 to whatever, and I'm still like wondering in my mind if that was like an intentional rage bait thing or if she's like that unself-aware
Yeah,
about it,
well, people
or if
people
Finn
think
donned it.
I'm fucking weird. All they just have to listen to me speak to make that decision, or watch me sing like fucking Phil Collins karaoke for a night. I am trying to do like it's weird. I'm trying to walk that line between doing different stuff and then trying to get a couple views by doing the games that everyone plays. So it's just about finding that balance, man. And I know you've been working on that too. And I commend you, man. And congrats on the 250 subs and
Oh yeah,
everything.
thank
And
thank you.
you
Yeah.
yeah, Paulino on the fucking incline, man.
Yeah, it still feels like a little weird to me, and I don't know. I still have to like acknowledge the fact that I'm still freaking small. I'm still a small time, and like I can't expect people to care about me, right? You have to make them care about you. You have to do stuff worthy of like getting eyes on you in order to, I don't know, maybe that's just my philosophy of it, but you know, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. It's like I know I've only been doing this for like 3 months, so I know I'm not supposed to know everything yet. Not even supposed to be that fucking good at this yet. But I feel blessed because I and a lot of people in my situation had FlaVR as that initial fan base. Uh, so that is a great blessing to have the other members here help you out, and eventually, once you blossom off and get big, like Senna or Niana or Mina Vanilla do or Jawoon, it's all the more sweeter because you can spread the love, man.
Yeah, it is nice.
Flavor
I think
love.
it definitely helped me out early on, is just to have at least one viewer. Just know that someone is watching you while you're screaming out into the void of the internet. Just
Yeah,
having at least one viewer.
I get those brain worms too when I do like a 2 hour stream and nobody said anything in the chat. But then I got to remember I stream like sometimes at 5 in the morning when no one else. Like it's weird in the Discord. I'm like the way I handle the Discord sometimes. It's like when I used to work at the office. So I worked
Mm-hmm.
mornings and afternoons, and sometimes I'd be the only person there at that time. So it was nice and quiet, and I'd kind of have the whole reign of the whole place for a few hours. So I know, like, everyone else will be sleeping on West Coast time or whatever overseas, and they wake up and they see like 30 fucking pictures of me as various anime characters of the AI spam thread or whatever. That's my contribution to this company, and you can't fucking stop me. None of you.
Yeah. No Discord kittens in
It's all that
flavor.
creativity.
We're here to not get groomed. Alright, don't mind
Um,
me. I'm just
it,
starting a single player freaking PowerWash Simulator. I don't know, if you want to continue this conversation either on or off stream, yeah, we can talk about, like, I don't know,
oh yeah.
growth numbers, content
Well,
creation.
I'd be happy to go over those. As far as the stream goes, though, I got a doctor's appointment like 8 o'clock in the morning, so I got to get
Ah,
off
okay,
and
yeah.
check a couple things for the temp thing tomorrow.
Yeah, for your
But I would definitely
sanity.
like to keep talking, keep a dialogue up, and I do appreciate you supporting me on Twitter too, man.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
That really makes me smile, man.
Honestly, I don't know, I've felt it before when my tweets get zero interaction and I feel bad about it, so I just want to help out a little.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you for stopping by the desert, Neo. Definitely want to do this sometime soon.
Yeah,
You got an
yeah, it was a
outro
nice
before I end
conversation.
my stream?
What's that?
Do you have an outro?
Uh,
Like,
I have the Otsu Neo
on
where I drag my model off screen and say Otsu Neo. That's my outro, except I'm a PNG now, so. Alright, Otsu
I,
Neo.
I, I, I can do that. I'm slowly sliding the Fugi off, and you're disappearing to the right.
Yeah, and then I can slowly slide your Fugi off of where, oh crap, I grabbed the collection. Okay. Slowly sliding your Fugi off. Alright.
All right. I'm
Alright.
Amanda Splatz, and this has been the Amanda Splatz Project.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye. I might continue streaming a bit. I just want to finish this van.
I totally understand, my dude. I'm just like I said, I got an appointment tomorrow.
Yeah, no
And
problem.
then, like I said, 1 to 2 hours is my usual stream time anyway. So thank you, man. Thank you
Yeah,
so
no problem.
much.
Alright. See ya. Have a good night. Good luck with your doctor's
Right.
appointment.
Thank you. Ending the stream now. All right, I'm officially off the air. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the call a little bit. I do thank you for spending the time with me, man, and I definitely want to keep the lines of communication open in the future, my man.
Yeah, sure.
Thank
No
you so
problem.
much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good night.
Alright, good night. Hold on, I'm still like alone in the. Hold on. Let me I'm alone. I'm alone. uh, all right. I guess I'm solo streaming PowerWash Sim now. I forgot about my parasocial name reading. That's what I usually do when I end stream. Oh well, I guess we're not ending stream yet. Am I ending stream after this? I don't know what I'm doing. I just have the energy, so I feel like streaming. We were talking about like doing many shorter streams, like almost every day, and I'm finding that like my streams are going like, I don't know, 2 to 3 a week, but like slightly longer streams. I guess I streamed a lot more. I'm streaming a bit more recently. I don't know. I don't know. I have the time, so might as well make use of it, right? Right. Oh wait, there's an achievement in what was it? Crap. I might have to redo this one. For the van, what is it? Search. Only the red nozzle? Oh, okay, I guess I'll just finish this and then redo it in free play mode. Streaming's pretty interesting to me, something I want to get into one day. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I know about like what constitutes getting into it in your mind beyond just like just hitting go live and doing the thing and then talking to whoever shows up. But yeah, I guess recently I've been thinking more about, I don't know, how seriously do I want to take this? I seem to I'm enjoying it, I guess. So, you know, it's like that. I feel like I'm in this weird transition of like hobby to serious hobby. I know there's a clip of Giga talking about like how she got into streaming, how like she was working, she like had to quit her job for health purposes, but continued streaming and like ended up growing enough that it was like enough for her to continue doing it. So that seems cool. All right, only the red nozzle. The extraordinary Dr. PowerWash. All right, the PowerWash Simulator lore. All the lore. Oh, excuse me. Making things in the shop is pretty niche and a lot to set up. Oh, yeah, yeah. But it is cool and unique content. Yeah, I don't know. You really... I guess you'd need to think of like how you could actually make it entertaining. If you wanted to like think of it as a... in terms of, you know, serious, taking streaming seriously and like trying to get people to view you, to enjoy your content, right? If you're doing something as niche as that. There's like some creators like Olo's Lab, who I follow on Twitter. I see his YouTube videos occasionally, but he usually streams on Twitch, so I don't watch Twitch as much. But he does some like really cool and unique stuff. That's really funny as a concept too. I need better audio. I know mine sucks, and the multicam setup is too jank. Yeah, it sounds a lot more difficult than just like playing a freaking video game. Yeah. But you know, if you have something like really cool to show off, then that could be really cool. If you have something cool, it could be cool. Tautology. The Department of Redundancy Department. Anyway, this is like my chill out game usually. I was literally like playing this yesterday while listening to Amanda Splatz's stream, playing freaking PowerWash Simulator. It's like the ideal game to enjoy second monitor content too. Man, I need like a music playlist or something. Or like, I don't know, if I'm just like listening to another VTuber stream while streaming, while talking to chat. Thank you for so much stuff. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me, Amanda Slats. It's one stream. It's a nice conversation too, yeah. I feel like we connected nicely on the topics and stuff. It's fun. Fun time. Good times. Yeah. Man, this is slightly harder to use just this pressure nozzle. The 0 degree red nozzle. But yeah. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I don't know, am I gonna keep playing this? I don't even know what I want to do. I was working on the song cover I mentioned earlier today. And again, I'm like listening to it back and I'm like, skill issue, grr, grr. It's gonna be better, grr, grr. And the thing is, like, I want to take it seriously. Is, I don't know, my mindset at this moment. So I guess it is. There we go. There's the achievement. Powerful pressure wash. I guess this is like one step removed from a straight Zatsu stream. This is like ideal Zatsu game, right? I wanna switch models. I wanna be 3D. I wanna have tracking. I wanna move my head around and see the funny virtual avatar move as well. I think I talked about this in another stream, but like my first time messing around with like face rig way back in the day was like it was like kind of magical seeing like, oh my god, cute anime girl, and I'm controlling it. I have the power to be a Bobby Niku. And yeah. Oh, my freaking water dough is so big. Overlapping. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Here we are. Let me, hold on. I actually need to set up a few things. First, turn on the light so I have good face tracking from my webcam. I feel like I should do like a comparison video or something of like webcam tracking with and without good lighting. And now I have a billion windows open, and I need an alt tab to get the right windows here. And okay, there we go. It's an interesting dilemma trying to make something that's usually fairly dull into an entertaining stream. True, I don't know. I guess I think of it as just Zatsu Zatsu game, right? Because to me, the I don't know, important part of streaming is the yapping, because that's your personality, that's you. That's when people are there for you and not for like whatever specific thing you're doing, whatever game you're playing. Yeah, I don't know. But like, I guess there's a bit of both, right? If you're playing an interesting game that you're good at or you really like, you're passionate about, if you're I don't know, I've been playing a lot of like Slay the Spire, and I watch a lot of Slay the Spire content creators, and I think a lot about the game and how to build a good deck, so I hope people find that entertaining, and they do seem to according to YouTube analytics, so yes. There we go, first steps. To make that comparison easier, you might be able to use a virtual camera to play a pre-recorded video. Keeps the inputs consistent. Oh yeah, pre-recorded stream. Yeah, put on what was it? The Donkey Kong 64 101% tool-assisted speedrun in the background, and then pretend it's you doing all those inputs. Oh my god, guys, I got the world record! Holy crap, I'm so good! For the bit, of course. For the bit. Water bowl. Mmm, yummy. Lapping up that water. There's this one ASMR that I keep seeing in my recommendeds on my like ASMR specific account of a certain VTuber drinking like milk from like a pet bowl or something. Yeah, I'm like milk drinking ASMR. And I'm like, But yeah. I don't know. So I sort of think of these, or like, I don't know, any game that you can sort of like half focus on, which isn't necessarily like an easy casual game. Like if you've played a certain game like Rotator or something for enough hundreds of hours that is just like your casual game that you can yap to in the background, then it becomes like a Zatsu game. But like this game seems extra sort of designed to just be a thing that you do in the background while you listen to something else or you talk to chat. Right? I was watching who was it? Is it Narissa had like a collab? There's like Narissa and a few other HoloLive members who are doing like a PowerWash Sim collab, and I saw a few clips of that. I think Crony was there. I think. I don't know. Anyway, here in PowerWash Civilization, we start out at the noob level, and we have only the weakest power washer. In order to level up, I need to complete a power washing ticket challenge, which will get me the ticket in order to attempt the power wash temple so that I can level up in power wash civilization. Oh, there's that one video I saw. It was parkour civilization, but every time he says parkour, it speeds up. But it was only for like the first I don't know, 10 minutes or so of or like the first episode. So I want to see the full thing. I want to see someone edit like the full freaking video and actually include all the speed ups. That's content. I saw that. Yeah. It's Power Wash Sim. Now we can make our parody of Parkour Civilization. Call it Power Wash Civilization. And then make our own edited video that speeds up every time someone says Power Wash in Power Wash Civilization. In Power Wash Civilization, no one chooses to go for the green or wider nozzles. It's much safer to use the higher powered nozzles. Or I guess it would be the opposite, right? Because like the idea is the jumping for the beef ends up being the more difficult but better option. In Power Wash Civilization, no one opts to use the 0 degree nozzle. It's much safer to use a wide nozzle and go slow so that you save your wrist and don't get injured. You don't get a wrist injury like me playing Osu. Oh, I need the pressure nozzle here. Oh right. Oh right, the timestamp bot. I was like trying out the there's this bot called Koro Tagger that I wanted to try out. Just so that I can freaking tag my own streams. What was it? Power Wash Civ. And then I don't know, what am I talking about? Talking about the freaking Koro Tagger, so I guess I'll tag that too. Because I think like clips are really important for content creators and like VTubers especially, right? Well, I guess streamers, right? Because that is how the average person finds a new streamer, right? Is through a clip or a short form video or something. Or I don't know, I guess it could be a lot of things. But like they hear about it from another person or something. What's it? Oh, I just saw this one like Japanese V-singer, this like small indie V-singer who blew up on Twitter because she was doing an endurance karaoke stream to 2,000 subs, but then had to give up and like couldn't make it. And then a fan of hers on Twitter who had like a decent following ended up like shouting out her afterwards, and she ended up, that tweet ended up like blowing up, and so she went from like 2,000 subs to 4,000, I think maybe 6,000. So I don't know, that's what I've been thinking about. Numbers, Rof, Menhera. I think that's what I've been thinking about lately, is just when you try to reach out to people, when you try to like, when you do things that you expect to get attention and then you don't get attention, it makes the Menhera worse. It reminds me that I'm just like shouting into the void and like no one is obligated to respond to me immediately. which, you know, understandable. You know, other people are busy, other people have lives, but I don't know. That's what I've been, I guess thinking about. Thinking about too much. It was all fine when I like had no expectation of getting acknowledged, or more that I wasn't like trying to reach out to anyone. But now that I am putting myself out there and facing the potential to be ignored, and I think that's what's scary. That's what's scary to me. I guess it's just a natural part of life, right? It's just experiencing rejection or just being ignored sometimes, right? I guess I need to work on getting used to that, because, you know, that's life. That's how it goes. It's not always gonna be sunshine and rainbows. It's not always gonna... Everything works out and you find $5 on the ground and your Oshi immediately responds to... I wasn't messaging my Oshi or anything, but I don't know. It can be rough. Life can be rough. Life's hard for everyone, I think. And, you know, all I can do is try and make it a little bit nicer for whoever ends up watching, whoever ends up finding me, shouting out into the void, please, please acknowledge me. Maybe it's that, I don't know, that desire to be acknowledged that I need to forget about, right? Because if I have no expectation, then I can't be disappointed. Or if I'm just detached from the outcome, if I don't worry at all about whether or not people acknowledge me or respond to everything I say or do something like that. I don't know, it's like there's this mindset shift in me. Once I realized, ooh, milestone, ooh, 250 subs, I'm halfway to a thing, I'm real now. And then I have to pull myself back and realize, hey, no, you're not, you're still fucking tiny. You're still a fucking nobody, right? Because that's what we all are. Noobs in social media civilization. Right? I mean, even super popular creators, right? I think Ludwig talked about how even if you are at the top of streaming, you're like a D-list celebrity at best, even like as a face streamer who's like at the top of streaming, right? You might get noticed once or twice by people when you go out occasionally. I don't know, maybe Ludwig gets acknowledged more if there's people like in the area who know him, but I don't know. I don't know. How's the yaps been going? I don't know. Is this kind of conversation make other people more Menhera? Does me talking about my Menhera bring down the vibe in a negative way? Please leave your response at my Google form so that I can get an aggregated, randomized anonymous survey results. Oh, that's already clean. So that I can improve. I need to improve. I need to get better. That's insane. Oh wait, OBS is updating, but I'm not seeing the frickin'... Oh, it's the thing again. My frickin' YouTube chat isn't opening in the... Or it's not updating in the other window, but it's updating in like OBS chat. Fear of talking to a brick wall. Yeah. Yeah, that. I don't know, maybe this is just like... For the people... Maybe this is like less relatable for people who like... aren't expecting to get noticed when they... do social media or whatever. I don't know. I guess my mindset recently has been no one's, you know, obligated to care about you. So you have to make them care, right? As a content creator. When you're trying to entertain people, when you're trying to convince people to watch you above all the other media in the world. Above playing freaking PowerWash Simulator or like playing PowerWash Simulator in the background. Above watching Citizen Kane, I think back to the one Northern Line clip where he's saying like, you could be watching Citizen Kane and you're watching me right now. In response to, I don't know, some chatter roasting him about something. But that's such a good clip, man. And it really speaks to just, I don't know, the nature of our current era, where everything is content, where everything is like thing that can be consumed. Man. Let me try the timestamp thing again. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to use the timestamp server for anything, but I just want to, you know, have a record somewhere in case I want to go back and like get something from it. Talking to the void, I guess. Yeah, it's rough in the noob level of YouTube social media civilization. Where I have to use external sites in order to monetize. Not that it actually matters because my audience isn't big enough for it to actually matter. So many people making content, but so few feeling content. Wordplay included. Intended. Really makes me feel like content. Yeah, you just gotta give it a few more years for them to develop the VR haptic gloves so that it can simulate touching another human. Then it's over. Then it's over for all of us, man. I'll see you all after 10 years of isolation. Just me and my virtual anime GF. It's nice knowing you all, but I found something better. Goodbye. And then I retreat into my goon cave. Man. Sorry, I was doing the freaking timestamp bot thing because I'm kind of obsessed with it now. It's kind of fun, actually. Like, I don't think I've ever like used it as a viewer of a stream properly yet. I'm just doing it because I know that no one else gives a shit about me, and if no one else is gonna do it, I know I can do it. I can do it for myself. I'm gonna fucking timestamp myself and post the timestamps and just hope that someone freaking clicks on it, man. Someone freaking notices it, uses it, I don't know, finds it useful. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe it's like an unnecessary bit of extra effort that I shouldn't worry about. No, I should worry about it. No, you have to worry about it. No, this matters. Every little thing matters. You can do everything to promote yourself as a content creator. It's selling me this pen, but you're selling yourself. That sounds weird. You're selling yourself. But like, is that wrong? Is that a wrong description of like what it's like to pursue, I don't know, growth as a content creator? Like, get people to notice you, get people to, you know, come visit the stream or whatever. Is this retaining wall cat what? Wait. Oh, it's the underside. Forgot about the underside. Of course. Got the retaining wall there. And the retaining wall cap clean. There we go. There we go. Yeah. That's the other thing I read. Or I heard it somewhere. Like, you have to spark emotion in people. Like, I think I realized thinking back to the moments that like got me into VTubers was just someone speaking very impassioned about something they cared about. By which I mean Natsuhiro Matsuri simping over Hoshikawa Sada and talking about how much he loves her and wants her to never feel any pain. I don't know, there's like something really pure in that one clip that's now gone to the void forever. It was a clip of like a Twitcasting broadcast thing of Matsuri, and then it died when the whole Hololive incident with Kiryu Koko in a certain eastern country, nation state happened. So much lost media. Oh, like we were talking, I was like talking earlier of Amanda about lost media and like the Internet Archive situation. They got hacked again, I think. And kind of worries me. I don't know, I guess I've always cared maybe too much about like lost media, but like in the small 2-view space of VTubing, it sort of seems like a lot of media becomes lost media. And you know, maybe there's an archive, maybe someone has an archive, but it's not public, and maybe they're just holding on to it for safekeeping, but there's probably a good chance that a lot of streams and stuff just are gone forever. Like when Hololive had to private, even Hololive, I'm not sure if how many people have archives of like the streams from that time, but when Hololive had to remove a ton of streams due to like copyright concerns, it's also lost media. Okay, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go on this stream. I don't know. I feel like PowerWash Simulator is best enjoyed in like short bursts when you just want something mindless. And if you like grind too hard at it, excuse me, if you like grind at it, then like that's kind of the opposite of how you should be enjoying the game. It's like a chill time waster, right? Turns out what goes on the net doesn't always stay forever. Yeah, that's the thing, right? You sort of, I don't know, I guess I always assumed that, you know, oh, once it's on the net, you can't take it back. You know, someone's going to save it forever, and then it's out there forever. But it turns out when you aren't the biggest of big creators or whatever, you can you can permanently erase things pretty easily. Because, you know, no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit if you stream to 0 viewers. If a streamer streams to 0 viewers, does it make a sound? Like if the tree falls in the woods, right? If a 0 view stream is privated, does anyone notice? Right? And who's gonna notice? No one. No one. It's lost forever. I could make lost media right now by recording something and never uploading it. I could make lost media by streaming and not saving the VOD and streaming to 0 viewers. Call me 0 viewers. Yeah. Yeah, thank you all 0 viewers. Thank you, no one. No one's here. I am all alone on this barren earth. What's the meme hat? How's the meme hat go? Women fear me, fish fear me, men fear me. That's it. Fish fear me, women fear me, I am all alone on this barren earth. Give me a hat that says that. Give me that hat. Personally, I always wonder if these internet archives are often tampered with. I mean, who's gonna know when they are? Who would even question it, let alone cross-reference archives? That's an interesting point. But to me, I'm wondering, like, who even gives enough of a shit? Like, what specific circumstance would you be under where someone would care enough to, like, intentionally alter the archive in order to, you know, change the narrative or something? I don't know. But yeah, and like just like archives in general, I guess. Yeah, it could happen. Could happen. Alright, we gotta censor this thing. We need to protect the image of our Seiso Chuba, who has never said a slur. They have never said a slur ever. They have never said a bad word in their life. They don't know what sex is. They're a pure, perfectly sheltered kid, not tainted by the world. Or the lowest potential motive. Downloading the VOD in case of yabs. Yeah. I have an archive folder of the VODs of some arbitrarily chosen streams. Yeah. That's probably good practice if you care about archival. Me, I'm running out of hard drive space on the 8 terabyte external hard drive. So I've been a bit more selective about my archival. I've been doing some audio only archives. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy a new hard drive. Am I gonna I guess I've like been considering getting like a network attached storage so that I can have like a big ass media file backup server, whatever, for archives like that I probably won't really ever go back and watch, but just for the peace of mind of knowing that it's there. Which I guess is like digital hoarding if you think about it, right? But it's all neatly organized into folder by the VTuber. Need someone with a tape drive. Isn't the thing with tape that you have to... There's a very high initial cost, but when you scale it up to like petabytes, then it's cheaper per gigabyte, right? So the reason it's only used by businesses and stuff is that they're storing petabytes of data. And you as the average consumer are probably not storing petabytes of data. So it's not economically efficient to pay for tape. Second that idea, we need a 500-pound tape reel of flavor VODs. True. True. Just in case anyone ever forgets about the existence of flavor of Neapolitan. So that no one can ever forget. So that you can harass me forever into the future. Even if I'm gone and dead and buried or reincarnated or whatever may happen. Because that's like the usual reason that a VTuber hides their past streams, right? I don't know, I've seen some VTubers that like their past lives end up having one public stream for whatever reason. Maybe it's just the agreement they reached with the company. But yeah. That is a neat moment though, like when you find out about a new debuting company VTuber and you hear their voice and you immediately recognize, it's that person that I know. That is a fun moment. I can recall it happening a couple of times, I think. Grave the subtitles in gold-plated metal so they last forever. Taking hard subs to a whole new level. You've heard of hard subs. Now get ready for harder subs. They're physically... they physically exist. They're tangible. We like throw them across your computer screen so that you can display them at the right time. This is the optimal media viewing experience. Alright, we got another fence. I think it's just that one. Hard DOMs. Hard. It's extra hard. Life here in PowerWash Civilization. With the lowest Prime Vista 1500. Oh wait, I can buy the... hold on. The free DLC stuff. Summer 2024. Winter 2023. And I guess I could spend money on cosmetics. Let's go shopping. Let's go gambling. I can grave into stone tablets. Got a bunch of granite and marble already. Yeah, it'll last even longer than like the cuneiform clay tablets. All right. Cleaning liquids, mods, Prime Vista Pro, summer, winter. All right. Wait, I didn't get anything for the Prime Vista 1500, did I? Oh well, at least I can change my clothing. It's summer. It's summertime. Yippee, you can't even see my frickin' skin here. One step away from VTuber Moses. Nice. Let's go. My 10 VTubing commandments. Number 1, thou shalt not dox. I don't know. What would those be? I'm sure someone's got them written down. You know, it'll probably be written by like a unicorn. They say all male VTubers should stay in their fucking lane and never touch a woman. And all female VTubers should never touch men. Yuri is the purest form of contact. Of love. Maybe I need to stop, like... I feel like I'm inviting some divine punishment, by which I mean the anger of random people on the internet if I keep joking about unicorns like this. Because, like, honestly, I kind of understand. Honestly, I can kind of understand that point of view. All female VTubers should be my wife. Oh, true. Yeah, that's how you optimize your VTuber commandment making. Just write whatever gives you the biggest advantage. And I would write all VTuber watchers must be fans of Pawlino. And then I would be the biggest VTuber. And then I'd win. I'd have all the clout. With all the clout, I can, I don't know, is it just money? Is that the only thing I do with clout? Is just save up a lot of money. I don't know. I also feel like I'm inviting some, like, divine punishment by making these kinds of jokes, too. I lack humility. I do not know my place as a noob here in YouTube civilization. Here in Neapolitan's harem civilization, nobody collabs with men. Hi, Cypher. Hope you're, enjoying me looking at the pond edging. The pond is edging? The flower bed is edging? Where's the freaking pond rims? Pond rim! Oh, it's this little part. It's like a different material. It's multi-purpose. Well, this is also, bricks are also multi-purpose, I guess. Although these might be fake bricks. We're looking for fence tops. Anyway. Hope you enjoy what little of the stream is left, because I'm feeling a little... getting a little tired of, I guess I'm, like, focusing extra hard on yapping. And I was also, like, singing earlier today, so my voice is a little tired. But yeah. It's the backyard with the Prime Vista 1500. Yippee. Been here a while? Alright, good. You didn't miss too much. Hopefully. Love to recreate that gag from History of the World Part 1 at a convention. Have someone come out like, the Lord has given us these 15 commandments. Drops one shares. 10 commandments. Alright. Dr. PowerWash? We're Dr. PowerWash. Funnily off, my first girlfriend, Florian Perez, used to live here back in the day. Those are good times. Florian and I would climb up and down that rock garden all day, pretending we were on Rumblin' Mount Rushless, and the pond was the crater. I have no idea how we explained the fish being there, though. Hey Doc, bumped into the park warden. He definitely needs your help. Saw my dream RV at the auctions, all creamy like a toffee pie on wheels. I wouldn't know whether to drive it or lick it. Unfortunately, it sold for a crazy amount, but the dream lives on. Looks like you're almost done. My girls can't wait to get out there. Doc, the yard looks fantastic. There are a couple of budding mountaineers already clambering over that rock garden, and I intend to join them. Thanks again, a great job, and if I hear of anyone in need, I'll send them your way. Cool, we got the foreshadowing. Now that this is my second playthrough of PowerWash you've got like the first girlfriend, the childhood uh the children, the childhood couple, the what was it? And then the RV, I guess, was also shows up later. Alrighty. Alright, I think I'm good on PowerWash Simulator. Again, I feel like this game is best enjoyed in short bursts, but maybe if you're like the hyper yapper, then you can make it work as like, I don't know, a stream game where it's just focusing on yapping anyway. Hello. Hello chat. How's it going, chat? I'm getting tired. I'm probably gonna end stream. But thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Nicola. Thank you, Cypher. Thank you, Sensoka. Thank you, Cyclocust. Thank you, Amanda Splats. And thank you, Kenneth Parks89. I'll definitely consider multi-streaming on Twitch, especially like game dev stuff when I get back into it. And thank you, Rez. Wow, I have the whole chat history. All right, Juwoon's shilling merch. All right, here's the unofficial raid. I like your background's the Windows XP default wallpaper. Yeah, the Bliss. The where's it? Sonoma. The hills in Sonoma that are now like a wine vineyard. Anyway, there's your unofficial raid. I don't know. You all seem like the average, the usual flavor audience, so maybe you're already aware and watching it. But anyway, feel free to click on the link if you like. Bye bye. Good night. What's Neil? Bye bye.